A very good afternoon to all. On the behalf of ITC, I am very thankful to all of you together here, and I am very thankful to IMexS to give us an opportunity to present today. So, as an ITC, we are proudly can say that we are creating value for India. We in ITC, we are in all three sectors, service sectors, all three sectors of Indian economy, like agriculture, manufacturing, and services. In agriculture, we have a very big agri division, and then where we, pioneer in farmer empowerment and exporting to 95 countries. This is the business where majorly it is B2B business. Now coming to the manufacturing, we are very well in paper and packaging. We are in very leading player in FMCG. And in FMCG, if you see, we have annual consumer spend of 34,000 crore and export to approx 70 countries. Now coming to the services, we are very well in services as well. We are, good in information technology, leading global technologies and services, almost in 41 countries. And you know all about ITC hotels. We are one of the leading brand in hotels. Coming to as FMCG, since I belong to this vertical, majorly foods, and so this is our FMCG portfolio. So we, if you think we starting from the kitchen, as we love home food, so we have a very good, leading or our success story, that is 𝗍𝗲𝗃𝗏. We are in salts, we are in spices, we are in pulses, where we have organics variety as well. And then coming to the biscuits and cakes, which is second highest leading brand or category in our portfolio. Then we have potato chips and finger snacks. We are very well in ready to cook, because this is the world where nobody wants to cook. Now it's people want to ready to eat, ready to cook kind of thing. So we are very well in that, and we are also in frozen foods. Our leading brands are Kitchens of India and MasterChef, ITC MasterChef. We are also in dairy and beverages. So Ashirwad is our brand for ghee and milk and paneer. And we are in beverages as a brand Be Natural, and with the milk shakes as well. So coming to the foods, we are also in luxurious chocolates. We are not in a segment of very small SKUs kind of chocolates, but 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 is our brand. Most of the ITC hotels, you must have seen that. But now we are in retail market as well. So coming to the noodles, instant noodles and pasta, we are there. And in coming to the FMCG, next leading segment, which is a personal care. So we have perfumes, deodorants, collagens, then soaps, shampoos, hand wash, body wash, and then we are now in dishwashers as well. And coming to the education, we are very much, in education in a very innovative way, because education is, and business is, one of the business where one country's growth lies on. So education and stationery, we are very well there. We have leading brand Papercraft and Classmate. And now coming to the puja room, in our Indian culture, we are very well there, and we believe, in that. So we start our morning with puja, so we are there. We have agarbatti as a Mangaldeep as a brand, and then we have matches business as well. Coming to the food, as division, so we diversify our business to foods. We started in 2002 with our leading brand and our success story, 𝗍𝗲𝗃𝗏 and Sunfeast biscuits in 2002. And then year on year, we have added so many products. We developed so many products, and We added so many new value-added products in our portfolio. Like I'll just take you few of quick points. We have spices. We have chocolate. In 2016 we started with the chocolate and dairy, and 2020 we have started with our beverages, and in 2025, if we say, so Right Shift is one of the leading nutrition product. We are there as we are moving towards healthy India. So we are in that products as well. So coming to our acquisition, we have some success stories about acquisition as well. Sunrise as a brand we have acquired, and then Yoga Bar and 24 Mantra, which is our recent acquisition. Yeah, so coming to the today's topic, which is connected factory, and which we are using as a today's topic, which is our theme today. So first of all, I'll take you through why connected factory, right? So we started this journey in 2022 within a very staggered approach and with a siloed approach, and then we realized the things which we can achieve with the connected factory, we cannot achieve with the siloed approach. And in siloed approach, the scalability is a bigger challenge. So coming to the connected factory, you see this is the challenge key for everyone's, that non-availability of machine data. If you go for the manual, and most of the entries are manual. So in manual entry, what is the issue? We are, till today, we were doing that. What is wrong with that? There is nothing wrong in that, but if you see the sampling rate of data is very low. So you cannot, if you want to make use out of data, so then you require sample rate should be high so that you can even notify the single minute change in your quality or process parameters. Now coming to other, if you don't have, if your sampling rate is very less, so I can understand or anybody can understand how much the visibility is, right? So and then coming to the problem statement or problem solving, that how tedious it would be. We can relate with our traditional approach, and now the approach which today we are going to show it to you. Coming to the challenges. So as an FMCG, I would not say the challenges which I am throwing today to you is the challenge for everyone. But as we have started this journey, so we have we face these challenges, and I will take you through how we are overcoming that. Coming to the system integrations. So system integration was a challenge for us because as I have shown in my previous slides, we have so many brand categories of products or businesses, and even in one of the category, if you see number of OEMs, somebody is good in oven, somebody is good in packing machine, so the number of OEM again are larger in numbers, and then the number of lines we have. So these variety of this number of OEMs ending up into the number of variety of automation systems. So means you have number of automation systems, means you have number of protocols to handle, right? But if you want to integrate, you require a unified space of data, right? So then what it would be? It is making my integration very difficult, networking very difficult, and hence the data storage and complex, making it complex, right? So the next challenge is process automation and analytics. So we are making food items where our raw product is coming from the field. So seasonal variability is a challenge, because the material, if you are getting a wheat today, maybe if you are getting a wheat in month of April, would be different. The characteristic or the moisture level in that would be different, right? So the seasonal change in raw material is making our prediction or the models very harder, right? Then coming to the in last slide I have shown the number of products. So you can imagine the number of SKUs we are handling. So more than 500 SKUs we are handling in our portfolio. So you can understand ki our the system, new system which we are going to integrate, it should be flexible enough so that we can handle these changeovers. Now, next challenge is, some of you people maybe agree or some of you people not be agree, but commercial viability is the one of the challenge which we have faced. Most of the benefit, if you see, coming from innovation, when we start this journey, it is indirect benefits, I would say. So justification for the budget and the ROIs was the challenge. Now coming to the last but not the least, but this is the most important challenge I would like to discuss with you today, that is ownership. So this, this is an era change, I would say, coming from Industry 3 to Industry 4. This is a culture change. So there is a huge challenge of ownership when we started this journey, and the capability also will change because the person who is working in Industry 3 now is switching into Industry 4. So definitely the capability will, or the expertise would change. Now, to overcome these challenges, and then we have strategized and we have made our approach, which is focus factory approach. Now, what is this focus factory approach? So we thought, okay, out of 12 or 15 factories which we have, including FMCG, we'll start with few of the factories, which is our focus factory. So we selected the factory, we create our digital framework, strategy, and roadmap, and then to overcome this ownership challenge, right? We nominated the digital ambassador, digital champ in each factory, that factory which we have selected. And then coming down to the cost part, the commercial viability, we have identified the critical lines, critical stations, and even we have drilled down to critical parameters so that we can optimize our design, right? Then even in creation of visualization, we were very particular what visualization analytics we want. Coming to the next slide, this is our digital strategy. So in any of the factory, if you see we cannot take 100% data automated, right? From some machine, some data will lie in machine, some data you still rely on manual entries, right? So what to do with that, the data which is manual entry? So we followed a 5-pillar approach. Our first pillar, tells you about that, the digitized pillar, which is nothing but we created digital logbooks, workflows for our manual entries. Now coming to the digitized pillar, digitalization pillar. So this is the pillar where we have taken the data from machines. Machines means PLC, you have SCADA, you have maybe some database, and you have some networking devices where you are collating the data, making some solution out of that. Then coming to the next pillar, which is Digify. So Digify is the pillar where we are doing OT-IT integration. So we are living in two worlds when it comes to manufacturing. One is OT, other is IT. So we have to, if you want to create visibility, make a huge use case, then this world has to collaborate or integrate together. So this pillar is taking care of that, and anyhow, this cybersecurity is now a new thing, which is a new challenge in this digitization journey. So we are also taking care of that. Then coming to the Digibuy, which is nothing but our business intelligence layer. And then last but not the least, this is the most important pillar of any digital journey, which is the digital culture. So which includes governance, capability building, governance and reviews, then ecosystem for engaging your partners. Coming to the objective methodology and implementation, so we have, till now we are almost built 10 to 14 cases, out of which 10 we have already at the mature stage and 4 we are still working on. Out of that today, considering the time as a limit, so I'll take you through only one use case today. Coming to our objective of this use case or this data. So our objective is to get the early insights to make our operations further more excellent, or I would say further more optimized. Our objective is to get early insights, clear visibility across value chains, and escalate the information and informed decisions. Now coming to the old methodology, as I have already spoken to you, what data collection was manual, in silo, data was in silo, data accuracy is challenged, real-time insights were missing. So new approach is real-time data collection, then digital records, slide dashboard, and analytic insights. Tool we have used IoT devices, plant historian, then descriptive and predictive and prescriptive analytics. Coming to the stakeholder involvement, so as I have told you, cost is one the challenge. So we were very particular while deciding our parameter or dashboards. So we have defined the roles and responsibility which comes to the ownership, and we have defined each level. When I say level 1 to level 5 is our operator, and level 4 shift in charge, then ops manager, then factory head, then head office. So we have created a visibility, we have created a responsibility, we have created a decision matrix, who will do what, right? Then coming to the connected factory data flow. So we, in Trichy, we have atta plant, we have biscuit plant, we have snacks and noodle plant, and we have utility. We have integrated all this in one network, and then we are pushing this data to a central historian, and which is in ITC data center, and we have visualization layer and analytics layer on the top of that. So this is just a glimpse how many PLC devices we have, and this funneling is just to show we have done an optimization in our design, because when we are talking about historian or any infrastructure, it licensed based on the tags. So one tag, it is a value, it's a money. So that's what we were very particular about our selection, what parameters, so that we can optimize our number of data points. So this is the infrastructure which we have created. Now, if we are in ITC domain, anywhere, in the world, if we are, and we have the access, we can access these dashboards and visualization. So this is the visibility which I want to share with you we have created in our system. Now, my colleague Sai will take you through one of the use case which we have solved in our atta plant. Sai, over to you.
Hello, good afternoon. I know we are overboard, but just give me a few minutes. I'll explain this use case. So just to give you a brief, so this is the atta manufacturing process where we start with the raw wheat, and these raw wheats are stored in silos, huge silos, and ITC annually processes around 10 lakh tons of wheat. So after this, we send it through multiple stages of cleaning so that we are able to get the best quality atta to every household in this country. After that, there is the milling process. This process is the heart of the entire operations that happens in this plant. And finally, after the milling process, it goes to the packaging section where each of these atta atta is packed into small pouches across various SKUs, from a smaller 500-gram SKU for quick commerce to the largest SKU up to 10 kgs. So we had found when we had set up this historian server, connected our SCADA layer to the industry 4 layer, we see there are some opportunities that are there, which are certain bottlenecks in the entire process. So these opportunities were mainly in terms of the milling process and improving the throughput of the entire process against the rated throughput. And also we see that there's an ancillary benefit of reducing the power consumption while increasing the throughput. So what are the main challenges here? The main challenges are that the entire atta section is controlled by a single operator who's manning 18 chakkis. These chakkis are traditional chakkis made out of stone, which are grinding the wheat into atta. Additionally, the operator, because of the conveyance of the wheat through the system to the plant, doesn't have visibility on what is happening inside the screw conveyor or inside any of the transfer elements. So he does not know basically the loading distribution. So we looked at these two problems and we started looking at how we can help the operator who's on the shop floor resolve them. So what we did is, the first step to any problem solving is to get visibility to the data. So we have our machine data going to our historian, which is making it to a visualization. In this visualization, we are targeting 3 main parameters. That is the chakki which runs on an induction motor. We have to give that current information to the operator so that he is able to make decisions on that. Next is to look at what is the loading distribution, and also to give him idea on what is the availability or the downtime percentage that each chakki is having. Once he gets an idea of these three, through monitoring, we are able to at least solve some part of the issue. But finally, the operator still doesn't know what is happening inside the machine. In order to do that, what we have done is we have had this data across a year, and we have set up an AI collaborated model which is helping give insights to the operator on what is happening inside the machine. For example, he wants to know if the machine is going to trip. That is the most important feature which he is using at this point, where if the machine is going to trip in the next 10 minutes, he gets an alert saying that this particular issue is the reason for your trip, and he gets a probability number saying that, okay, this is the reason for which this transfer element getting choked. On the basis of that, he is able to make a decision and do the corresponding corrective action. So here I've explained the process where we are doing a motor current signature analysis, and we are going through the entire loop of doing the FFT, followed by a power spectral density analysis, and then giving the final dashboard as an insight to the operator. So what has happened is, after all of this, we had taken a target of improving by 20%. We have done our improvement by 13% through the availability improvement that is done in the OE. After also, by mapping every transfer element, every screw conveyor, and every motor in the plant, we are also able to reduce our SPC because we are able to increase the overall throughput of every section. After all of that, we are able to see that there are many qualitative outcomes that are there. Basically, we are able to shift from a reactive maintenance cycle to a very predictive and a proactive maintenance cycle. There is real-time historical data which an operator has access to in terms of what has happened in the last shift or 3 or 4 shifts back or in the previous month itself. And finally, we are also able to set up an auto prediction of downtime, which is directly helping the operator.
So we, in interest of time, we have, I can guess we have not explained so much about the analysis, but if any question, we are ready to take that. Concluding the slide for this discussion. So digital, as in ITC, we are thinking, and this is our way of building we are building a culture where we are thinking digital is not just a present, it is the future. And we should adopt it. And if you see in India also, government is also expanding so much in digital rather than a private organization. They are very far ahead moving in digital. So we should adopt digital, otherwise one day digital will adopt us. Thank you very much.
We'll have questions from the jury.
Good afternoon. Sharmaji, it's very nice to see you again. I really enjoyed once again your presentation on this digital future.
Thank you.
I have only one query here with you.
Yes.
Regarding you mentioned a key aspect about the ROI and the challenge that the management poses to you. Would you like to run over how you achieved the ROI in the case study that you have presented today?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as I have told you, ROI is the challenge, and we will also want to connect everything, right? When we thought, okay, we are going to connect everything, the budget is also increasing. right? So that's what in my approach I have told you ki we have done the funneling, right? We will connect everything, but what is required? What machine is required? Where the machine is bottleneck for data, not for the capacity or breakdown, but what machine is bottleneck for data, right? So previously I told you ki I have connected in a siloed approach. So we have connected oven because in baking oven is a heart, and for atta chakki is a heart. So we collected the data from that point only, but we are seeing that we are not able to visualize what is happening upstream, what is happening downstream, right? So we connected that, but to make this ROI as a visible, yes, we have some alignment for, I would say keep people morale and some non-tangible benefit also, which we have, again put into paper, because that is also one part which you cannot, monetize or, show some ROI for that. So one part we have, to answering your question, one part is we have optimized our design, but we have not optimized our infra, because any moment time when we are going for a big bang or we are going for a big data analysis, we may want that machine, which we today figuring out is not a requirement, right? So infra we have not compromised, but yes, we are very selective when we have selected our equipments, connecting or integration. So that is one part where we have optimized to come to the ROI part, and other part I have told you ki we have also convert our non-tangible benefits to the monetary.
I'd just like to add to that point. So when we are discussing regarding this infrastructure, we had a list of cases from the plant that they wanted data visibility on. So we had a list of analytics cases, and each of these analytics cases have been followed the same approach, where we made a dashboard. Then we looked at the prescriptive side of things and the predictive side of things, and then the prescription side of things. After that, we are able to see the tangible benefits that are there. So in this particular case, we are able to see around 10 to 12 units of SPC, 10 to 12 units per ton reduction in the overall SPC that has happened in the previous plant against all the last 3 years. So similarly, we have some cases in the packaging section, we have some cases in the biscuits plant where we are able to optimize the oven profile, so we are able to reduce our fuel consumption and also increase our throughput.
I hope we have answered your question, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions from audience?
I think we have another question from the jury.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I think
Sorry.
when you started the presentation, you said one of the challenges you had in the digital road mapping was the involvement of the people, the change management element.
Right, sir.
How did you tackle, because the data also brings a lot of visibility to what is happening and what is not happening?
Yeah, sir. So it's a right question, so I would like to answer that because this is, when we are talking about culture change, it's a notion, right? We have ki people have apprehension कि मेरा जॉब तो नहीं चला जाएगा, right? People have apprehension कि मेरा जॉब चेंज तो नहीं हो जाएगा, right? So these kind of things and have a mind. So we have cleared it, because when we are talking about any initiative कि we will reduce the manpower, definitely the ownership at the line will not come, right? So the digital we have taken, or we have drilled down to the, or communicated to the down of the people, it is not, to reduce the manpower. It is to ease your life, right? Your way of thinking, your way of working will change, and your capability will, enhance. So that is something we are doing with the awareness. We are doing, to be very frank with you, honest with you, we are doing with the awareness. We are doing with the capability building. If you go to our show floor in Trichy right now, our JTA level person who is a diploma holder, he can make this dashboard. Because we now, right, coming to the next main point, to this capability building, for example, if you have a diploma person and he is the electrical background or maybe the mechanical background, for him to design a dashboard or to do analytics is a black box. And that is also a fear in back of the mind, right? So what we did, we have to make it capable, but whether he will learn this coding, No, he's not a cup of tea for everyone to learn the coding and all that. So what we have done, we are very selective while choosing the our tool. So this tool which we are using is a low code, no code, which is we are not working on code, we are working on applications. So that is something we are creating a belief in our from top to bottom line. It will make your life easy, and definitely it is not a story, it's a fact actually. Yeah. Thank you, sir.